John Gill, Nahum, chapter 1, verse 12. Reading from the King James Bible, first quote, "Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more." Unquote. John Gill quote. "Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many." The Assyrian army under Sennacherib before Jerusalem, though they were quiet and secure, and thought themselves out of danger, not at all fearing that the besieged would sally out against them, they being so numerous, and therefore betook themselves to sleep and rest. Yet thus shall they be cut down, or shorn, as the wool is shorn off the back of a sheep with shears, or grass or corn is moved with a sickle, or else as the hairs of a man's head and beard are shaved with a razor, which sometimes was done not only in the way of ignominy and contempt, as David's servants were served by Hanun, that's Hanun, 2 Samuel chapter 10 verse 4, but as a token of servitude. Hence those words of the poet, "After thou art a servant, dost thou let thy hair grow?" Upon which it is observed that it belongs to freemen to let the hair grow, and so the philosopher says, to let the hair grow, or to nourish it, is commendable with a Lacedaemonian, for it is a sign of liberty. For it is not for him who lets his hair grow to do any servile work, and it was usual with conquerors to shave the conquered, and such as were carried captives, which some think is referred to in Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 42, and render the latter cause of that verse. "And there shall be captivity, by reason of the head of nakedness of the enemy." That is, there should be captives whose heads should be made bare or shaved by the enemy, the conqueror. Hence the king of Assyria, when a conqueror, is compared to a sharp razor that should shave the head and feet and beard, even all sorts of people. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 20. But now he and his army should be shaved themselves, that is, conquered, slain, or taken captive, and become slaves, and treated with contempt, all which may be taken into the sense of this phrase, and serve to illustrate it. When he shall pass through, when the angel shall pass through the camp of the Assyrians, then were they cut down by him in great numbers, 180,000 slain at once. 2 King 19:35. "Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more, or any longer." Though the Lord had afflicted the people of the Jews by the Assyrian king, the rod of his anger again and again, yet after this he would afflict them no more by him. For otherwise they were afflicted afterwards, yet not by the Assyrians, but by the Babylonians, Syrians, and Romans. Some understand this as before of the Ninevites and Assyrians. They should be utterly destroyed at once, and their affliction should not be a second time. See Nahum chapter 1, verse 9. So Abarbinel, that's Abarbinel, or "I will not hear thee any more," as he did formerly, when they repented at the preaching of Jonah. Scripture quote, "Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more." Unquote. End of John Gill, Nahum chapter 1, verse 12.